Good morning. Welcome to Christy's Creative Crew. Today I wanted to share a card with you that I am making for a gal at church. And she's having a baby shower. And when we have a new baby, a first baby born to any family at our church, we have a baby shower for them. And it has been my habit to make thank you notes for them to send out. So what I thought I would do is I would show you how I make in bulk, because I make one card that will be attached to her gift, and then I make 12 note cards for her to send to other people thanking them for their gift. So in the onset, I know you'll forgive me for pulling out an old stamp set. This one is called Cuddles and Kisses, and it is my go-to for these cards because it says thanks to you from baby and me. That's why I don't get rid of all my stamp sets when they retire. I do keep some. So let's get started, and I think the key to making cards in bulk is to have all your product prepared ahead for you so that it goes much quicker. Now we're going to be using the note cards and envelopes. Have you ever given them a try? Let's see, where is my package? Here it is right here. Item number 131527, and you get 20 note cards and 20 envelopes. They measure 3.5 by 5. When you fold them, then of course it is, I'm sorry, they're 7 by 5. When you fold them, they're 3.5 by 5. And I was pulling out, I know she's having a little boy. And so I was pulling out some designer paper. Couldn't decide what to use. Now, do you remember our Gingham Gala paper? I really loved that. It came with the bold and then with the smaller. And then our new designer papers for the in colors, or not just the in colors, for all our color families, came out with gingham. But look how much smaller it is, and it's more blue. There's less white in it. So I wasn't sure I wanted that. So I pulled out my buffalo check stamp. This is a background stamp, and I thought, well, I'll give that a whirl. And that is what I ended up using right here. So I will show you what I did with that, even though I have most of it all prepared for you. I started out with a piece of paper that is 4 7/8 by 4. And I pulled out my balmy blue ink, and we will just checking my volume, sorry. All right, this technique is called, and it's really not much of a technique, but you ink up your stamp and you keep it on the table versus putting it on a block, even though we do have a very nice large block that you will want to have on hand. This is called paper to stamp technique. Take an old piece of scrap paper, anything from what you have in your mail or from your printer. Just use an old piece of paper. Rub it, pull it up, and then you got this wonderful image. So you noticed I cut it 4 inches wide. So excuse me, I'm going to go to my cutter. Well, I'll bring my cutter in. So now I'm going to cut that at 2. To me, that was easier than to cut it at 2 first and do it twice. So now I have enough for 2 cards. Now, these are my bases, and they're already pre-scored, and they are made with our thick Whisper White paper. I have seen Brandy Cox do videos on how to do multiple cards and get them done quickly. And I thought, what a clever idea. And since I had to design a card for this baby shower, I thought, why not show you how I did that. Of course, now you see I'm covering up my information here. That is my blog, and it is the hostess code for August. And I would sure appreciate if you would hop on over there and use the links that I have there to purchase from me. That would be such a blessing to me. We're almost done with, since I had one card done, we're doing 12. Okay, and this is made very simple with our bone folder. I got this one at Center Stage last year. And of course I've got it all inked up already, but it's very well loved and very well used. But that gives you a nice crease. So now what I'm gonna do, I pull out my tape, and then I'm just gonna start adding tape to each piece, and I'll set them aside. There's 2, 3, 4. Don't you just love listening to me count? I'm quite the counter. I count every step when I go up and down stairs. I think it all started when I was carrying my babies, and I didn't want to stumble and fall because I missed a step. Although it could have easily started when I was a little girl, because I think I was counting steps even way back then. I don't know what that is. A little OCD maybe, but I'm not really. I'm not a perfectionist by any stretch of the imagination, so don't think that I am. So I told you that I cut this 4 7/8 because our base is 5 inches, and I wanted to have just this little bit showing, not a lot, but a little bit. So I will go ahead and put all of these on here. And then while I'm doing this, I wanted to tell you about the August promotion for Stampin' Up! For signing on with the starter kit. Now, when I started in 2008, that was when Stampin' Up! Was celebrating their 20th anniversary, and it was quite the push to sign up. And I was already spending a good chunk of money on stamps and supplies anyways, so I was encouraged to purchase the starter kit. I was telling her, oh, but I don't want to have classes, and I don't want to be bothered with any of that. I just want to make cards. Well, within weeks, I had people asking me at church, well, why can't you show me how to make a card? And I thought, well, okay, I'll give it a try. And I guess the rest is history. I now hold the title of gold, which is pretty awesome. And here we go. But I have never won one of the trips. That is such a goal for me, to win one of the trips. I know people with lesser titles than me win all the time. I shouldn't say win. This is earn. This is earn. We put a lot of time into that. Okay, now I've got 12 bases. And I'll go back to telling you about that starter kit as we go. The next thing I did was to decide, well, I guess I decided my pattern, my layout, what I wanted to do. I pulled out my ovals. These are our layering ovals. And I just kind of laid the oval. I've just picked a couple up here to see, you know, what size I wanted. And I landed on oval number 6, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 7. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I cut I stamped and cut 13 little bunnies and cut them out with my number 6 oval. Then I cut 13 of the scallop out of Balmy Blue. And I guess I forgot to tell you, but I am using the Fable Friends stamp set. That's darling little bunny. The church always asks me to supply the card for the sign up. So when people want to just give a group gift, then I supply a card for them, and the card that I supplied happened to have that little bunny on it. I honestly don't know what color scheme she's going with, and I don't even know if she has a theme to her room, whether it be wild animals or bunnies. But I am doing the bunnies for her card. So what I decided to do is, then I decided to pick out my colors. So I already have this mini already cut and colored for you, but I'm going to show you what I did. I just absolutely love the Stampin' Blends. Now this one is the Petal Pink Dark, and I just did his little ears there. Doesn't this little bunny rabbit make you think of Peter Rabbit? And I loved that movie when it came out last year. I think that was last year. Now the color I'm using is Balmy Blue Dark. And you might say, how come you're using the dark? And to do some shading, and then I will show you why. So I wanted his jacket to be dark. Not dark, but I wanted it dark. But now I can go in with the same shade and just do just a little bit of some highlights like that. And then that draws that out. And it's not too bold. And I like that, it's soft. To color in my bunny, I am using the Crumb Cake Dark and the light. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to watch it on video. What's great about the stamps is they give you areas that just automatically draw you in to where you want to do the shading. A little spot on his hand. A lot of times do edges. And like I said, I am not a perfectionist by any stretch of the imagination. I did that much in the dark. So I hope you can see good what I'm doing. I went in with the light. And then I'll do his belly the same color. Now I kind of wanted his sides to stand out a little bit more, so instead of doing really dark with a dark blend, I went in again with this light blend just over. So now you can still see the highlights that I made with the dark crumb cake, and yet it's just that little bit darker than his belly. And I think that turned out really cute. So one of the quickest ways, I would say, to do all these in bulk, let me set this card aside, and I hope you can see what I'm doing. Trying to get used to this new taking videos thing, and I hope you're enjoying it. I am having fun watching the new subscribers come. Okay, here we go again with my Tombow liquid glue, and I am just gonna go right down the line. No rhyme, no reason, just get some glue on there. Whoops, got some on the edge. If you hear any squeaking noises in the background, it's because we have a new batch of puppies in our home, and I hope to do a video of them soon. They are absolutely adorable. Lucy, our 2-year-old Shih Tzu Bichon mix, had 4 female puppies. I am filming this. As I'm filming this, they are 3 weeks old. By the time I post it, they will probably be closer to 4.5 to 5 weeks old. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this one video. All right, here we go. Now, oh, then that's Mom. She's kind of protesting a little bit. So now we're just going to come up and attach. And remember, yes, it took me a little time to get all my elements cut up. And, you know, coloring, had all the coloring done. You can see my little bunny rabbit here. I cut out by hand. I wasn't sure if I was going to be cutting them all out and popping them up somehow. But then when I laid it on the card, I decided I really liked this simple, flat look. Instead of being so bulky. And don't get me wrong, I use my fair share of dimensionals. That is for sure. I love dimension on my cards. And given a choice, I will use dimension. I will pop things up. I will layer things. Right now, Stampin' Up! Is pushing a simple stamping, and I think it's great. But I really struggle with simple stamping. But I will call this simple stamping, even though there's some coloring involved with it. Almost done. There we go. And then once again, I'm going to turn these all over on their backs. Some of these might be out of camera, but trust me, there's 12 of them. And we will put glue on those now. I go through my fair share of this glue too, that's for sure. I keep it on all of my craft tables so that when the ladies come, they can use my Tombow glue on their cards when needed. Oh, I was going to go back to the starter kit, wasn't I? Okay, so through the month of August, the starter kit is still only $99, and you pay tax on that, depending on your state, but you do not pay shipping. Shipping is always free on the starter kit. Normally, the starter kit is, you get $125 worth of product, which, you know what, that is still the best deal in the catalog. But right now, through the end of August, this actually started July 1st, but through the end of August, they are offering us $155 worth of product for that same $99 price. That is amazing. That's $30 extra. That is so awesome. Okay, so now I'm just putting the ovals onto the card. Now you really can't go wrong with that. I mean, if you are going to be buying the product anyways, let's say you have an order going in and it's right around $100, why not? Why not sign on? Why not get the starter kit? And then you get $55 extra for that price. That's such an awesome deal. And just like me, I was not going to do anything with it, and I was okay with that. I just wanted the discount. Well, I ended up getting the, let's see, what do they call that? When you just begin, and they have an incentive for if you purchase so much or sell so much within the first 3 months or the first 6 months, and then you get bonuses from that. So, and I ended up achieving all that. And then I achieved different levels, and within 3 months I had my first recruit, which is a dear, dear friend of mine, and she has stuck with me all these 11 years, and she now this year promoted to Silver Elite, and because of that, that is why I promoted to Gold, and that's so cool. And there's a lot of responsibility that goes with it. And I do team meetings every month, whether you live in my area or not. Believe it or not, I have someone on my team that lives in Alaska. Hi, Vicki. I wish you could be here more often. I loved it when you were able to come when you were on vacation. That is so cool. I even had one that was in Hawaii for a while. Okay, so now what I did for the greeting, I stamped them out all ahead of time onto, these strips are 5/8 inch wide, except for this one here because the words were much larger. That's 7/8 inch. And I can, well, let's cut these up first. So I want the yes, the flag to go, that one's backwards. I want the flag to go on the beginning of the words. There's one. So if you hop on over to my blog, I have all the links that you need. Number one, if you want to just get daily inspiration, please subscribe. And I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be great. I've not been doing this very long, and I am just encouraged by the few that have already subscribed, and it's exciting for me. I'm kind of blown away, but I'm way far away from the millions of followers that other demonstrators have, but that's okay. I will take whatever the Lord blesses me with and know that that's what He has in store for me. So we're almost done here, but if you would subscribe even to my blog, that way you would get daily updates, or anytime I blog, anytime there's a new post, you would get it come right to your inbox. You don't even have to think, oh yeah, who was that again that I wanted to watch the video of? Can you see how I'm doing these flags? You just cut up from the center and then go in from the side. It's so much easier to get an even flag. That's a wonderful tip that I learned from, I am not even sure who, but I am just like everyone else, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos from talented demonstrators. So I'm almost done here. I think that was the last one. Get rid of some of this trash. And then I'm just gonna go in with some glue. Let's see. And put that down here. That one's a little bigger than I like, but that's okay. It's only one of them. This one I'm gonna hang over the edge a little bit because I'm gonna come back. I might do them all first, but I'm gonna come back and then I'll trim that off so that I know that it's even, like that. Let's keep going. And I do not have to put anything on the inside of the card. I just need to package them up in a nice little box and tie them up, and everybody looks forward to seeing what card I make for the next baby shower. It's kind of funny. Oh, that one's not quite even. I'm gonna fix that one. And then we are almost done, and that is 13 little note cards for the baby shower. And it's a great gift. I don't have to think every time I'm gonna go to a baby shower that I gotta go to the store and then I gotta decide, is the baby gonna be how big at 9 months or whatever for what outfit that I might want to buy. And of course there's absolutely adorable outfits out there, which, you know, really draw me in. I wish I could buy everything for everybody, but it's just not feasible. Sometimes I will go in with my sister, who also attends my church, and that's wonderful and lots of fun too. I'm just thankful that she enjoys coming to the showers and I'm not alone. And we're almost done. I think that one I'm going to trim because it's not quite even. And then you'll be able to see the picture on my blog. I will have them all packaged up. You can see how I did that. It's very, very simple. I don't even bother with a lot of proof in packaging either. I keep it simple. And one more. And we're done. I'm never sure if I got you totally in the frame. I'm so still learning this. But isn't that cute? I'm not going to put any beads, pearls, rhinestones, nothing like that. I'm just going to keep it simple, just like when you buy note cards at the store. How much more fun are these to send than just those flat generic ones that you get at the store. We're going to trim this one off. So please, 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 I hope I didn't forget anything, but I hope you'll hop over to my blog and use my hostess code if you place an order. Even better yet, I would love to have you sign on to be a demonstrator. But you know what? You don't have to do a single thing. All you have to do is reap the benefits of the discount for yourself. And that is why I started. And when I met such wonderful, wonderful ladies, I couldn't stop. And I just kept going. And now here we are 11 years later, and I'm finally starting to do videos. But do you like them? Are they cute? Are they cute? I think she'll like them. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you again another day. Please hop over into my blog and hop over to the YouTube channel that you're watching and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.